Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Cynthia Rose. Thank you for stopping by. This is Family and Food, and in today's video, I am going to be doing a story time. Okay, this is my first time kind of doing a story time, so I'm just going to kind of slow walk it. This particular story time, I am going to be explaining to you guys why I divorced my ex-husband, why I never let him meet my children. Okay. Now I have to slow walk this because there's a lot of stuff that I have to put together. Okay, so it's gonna kind of be like a sequel. It's gonna kind of be like, season one, episode one. This is not the only story time that I'm going to be doing. There's other story times coming as well. This is me. This is my life. This is my experience that I have had with people. This is my experience that I have had throughout life. And I'm here to tell it. And can't nobody tell my story better than me because I'm the one that was there. I'm the one that lived it. Okay. So now when it comes to this particular individual, I would not be mentioning any type of names. Like I said, this is just me telling my story and my experiences, with people while I'm maneuvering through this thing called life. Okay. But one thing that I really want to touch base on in this first episode is that there are so many types of abuse. Okay. It baffles me that someone could say, well, I never put my hands on her, so I didn't abuse her. Okay. That just shows me their lack of maturity, their lack of accountability. Okay. Abuse come in many forms, many forms. And for some reason, when I was involved with African American, Black, melanated, carbonated men, however you want to call it or pull it, um, I would always attract the ones that was very self-centered, that was very narcissistic. Okay, I would attract these personalities that made themselves out to be something in public, but was completely different behind closed doors. Now I'm just gonna jump and get straight into it. Okay, I didn't want to get married to this individual. Tell you the truth. So many receipts is gonna come. I'm gonna show y'all so much, but just stick with me and hear me out. Hear me out. I didn't want to get married to this individual, okay? But this individual really pushed and pushed and put so much pressure on me and told me some things that I was just like, okay, fuck it, let's just do it. You know, it was that bad. It was really that bad. To the point to where when somebody tells you that if you don't do something, that they will do something to themselves or it'll fuck them up mentally, word for word, verbatim, it's like, damn, like you must really want to go through with this, or you must really care about me, or you must really, you know. So, against my better judgment, okay, after already coming out of something that was pretty heavy, I agreed to do it. And I was like, how bad can it be? What's the worst that can happen? This is my first marriage. Um, there was a 10-year age gap, so he was older than me by 10 years, and it was his first marriage. And now I see why. Me personally, I never had a problem getting any man. That's the easiest thing in the world to get is a man. Penis is very easy to get. I hear a lot of men talking about how women is easy to get and getting sex from a woman is easy. It's the same vice versa, especially for me. Never had a problem, never ever tripped over a man, never like got jealous. I'm just not that type because I know what I give. I could never even argue with another female over a man. That's just not my personality, never have been, never will be. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Okay? Getting men is easy. Still is. Right now to this day. I'm now married again. I'm divested. I do not give myself to black men emotionally, sexually. I just choose not to go that route with them anymore for my own personal reasons. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's get back to this ex-husband of mine. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Um, as I went through my archives, okay, I was reminiscing and I was like, yeah, this whole thing was just all about his image, even down to the goddamn wedding, even down to what we were going to wear. Everything was about him. Okay. And what I mean by that, for example, we was talking about what we was going to wear, the colors we were going to wear. He made a statement saying, oh, I need to dress like this and I need to dress like that because I don't want people on social media to clown me. And he was very much YouTube, very much social media. I feel like that he wanted to do this whole marriage thing just strictly for social media. Okay. I got a slow walker, y'all bear with me. Let me just jump into a point real quick. What I mean by he was so social media, everything that he did was for social media. It was not for me. It was all for him and for his self image. We talked about a lot of things that I expected out of him. Okay, during this marriage. Okay, agreements that we both agreed to together during this marriage. Okay, and it had a lot to do with social media, things that we would do, things that we would not do, things that we would say, things that we would not say. It's just certain things. It was just not for social media. One thing that I disliked so much when it came to him is that he would post things on social media regarding about a husband and what a husband would do and a good husband this and a good husband that. But I'm all way in Chicago and he all way in New York. Okay. It's not like he didn't have the money to uproot me and my children. He absolutely did. Instead of him getting a place for me and my children to come and live with him together, this fool offers me and my children to come and move in with him in the goddamn projects in Far Rockaway, New York City, in a small ass teeny tiny matchbox 2 bedroom with him and his mother. You heard what I said. You heard exactly what I said. This goes so deep. And right now I'm just telling y'all, but I'm gonna put some receipts in here. Just listen for right now. Just listen. Yes. Okay. He offered me and my 3 children, because right now I got a big ass 3 bedroom, plenty of room, plenty of space, just real spacious. Big ass 3 bedroom for me and my family. Why in the world would I want to come and live with you and your mother and you 40 some years old? Me and my 3 kids in a teeny tiny, eeny weeny, teeny weeny 2 bedroom matchbox apartment in the goddamn projects where the hallways smell like piss, the elevators smell like piss. Are you kidding me? My kids ain't never lived in an environment like that before. And I refuse to put them in an environment like that. This is what he said that he was going to do. Instead of being a man and getting an apartment or someplace for us to live together. And I'm not saying it had to be a big ass mansion, but something to where your mama ain't there. We got to sneak and have sex and be quiet, but we married. Are you kidding me, man? Listen. So he would post photos. He would post things in his community section talking about a good husband, this, a good husband, that, to make himself look like something that he wasn't. And so this particular day where he posted this particular picture right here with this caption, I I text him. I text him. And I expressed how I felt about him constantly doing it. That wasn't the first time he did this, okay? But it was just it was a lot. I was going through a lot on social media at the time. Uh and him doing the stuff that he was doing, it wasn't helping. Okay. I felt like you shouldn't be posting things saying that this is what a good husband do or this, that, and the other, and you're not actually doing it. What is the purpose of you posting this? I felt some type of way about it. So I decided to text him this particular day, just expressing my feelings about it. And I don't think that I came off as rude. I don't think I came off as disrespectful. I don't think I came off rude or disrespectful in any kind of way. I knew that he was very short tempered. I knew that his attention span was extremely low. Okay. So I tried to come at him at a capacity where I thought that he would be able to understand where I was coming from. Okay. Um, and he completely flipped on me because I asked him to stop posting things about us or about you being a husband and what a good husband's supposed to do and this, that, and then the other, and you not doing shit. You're not doing nothing. Okay? He completely flipped and just said the most craziest shit to me that you can imagine. Like, listen, you would have thought that I was one of his ops. Mind you, we newlyweds, and this is how he's talking to me. And see, he's the type of person that you can't argue with him because it'll never end. It'll never stop. Okay, he is a 40-something-year-old man with the mind, the attention span, the mind, the mental of probably a 16 or 7-year-old. It's like I think he on a spectrum of something. If you ask me, like I really and truly do, because there's no way that you just all of a sudden just flip like that. Now, normal couples, they go through things, they argue, they fuss, they fight, they might yell, they might cuss each other out, but at the end of the day, they know how to work through their problems. Everything with him, every single time, he would just say the most craziest shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, you really didn't start talking to me like this until we got married. So is this guy's gonna be the whole goddamn time? Like, you just got me so messed up. And it was just a lot of verbal abuse. It was just so much. And I'm thinking like, damn, I just really got out of something that was fucked up. He know what I just got out of. In fact, that's when he approached me at my most vulnerablest point. He saw what was going on with me. And that's when he decided to approach me, you know, and like a predator, he sat back in the cut and watched and saw what was going on. And that's when he decided to make his move, you know. But my thing is this, a person, I'm not going to even say a man, a person that you're in a committed relationship with, if you can't communicate, then that relationship is not going to work. I don't care if you're married or not, okay? If a person or individual fly off the handle at you just expressing yourself to them, if you can express yourself in a calm manner to the person that you're in a committed relationship with, let alone a marriage, it's not never going to work. Everything will always be one-sided. You understand what I'm saying? And so as he's sending me these messages, all I could think about was I literally just got out of something similar to this. And now that we're married, now you want to show me your true colors on who you really are? Now you want to call me out my name? Now you want to say all this wild, crazy shit to me? I got 3 fucking daughters, bro. I refuse. After we just got out of a crazy situation, I refuse to have my children around some shit like this. Not only that, it wasn't just only that. Okay? I've seen how he talked to his daughters. I've heard how he talked to his mother. And against my better dumbass judgment, because again, I was going through something. I wasn't right mentally at the time because of what I was going through with another individual. Okay. I'm seeing how he talked to his daughters. How he talked to his daughters, I would unalive his ass. He talked to my children like that. The way he talked to his mother, there's no way that he could have respect for me. And I literally asked him one day. I was in New York at this time. We was on the bus going some goddamn where. Okay, that's how loyal I am. Nigga ain't have a car, didn't even know how to drive. I taught him I'll teach him how to drive. You in your 40s and you don't know how to drive a car. But I didn't make him feel any type of. I was like, I could teach you how to drive. That's easy. All you got to do is just pay attention. I'll teach you how to drive. But anyway, we on the bus and he talking to his mom into it. The way he was just going off, I'm like, yo, you gonna talk to me like that? I'll never forget. I said, you gonna talk to me like that? Cause I'm like, damn, bro, if you honor your mother and you don't talk to her with no type of respect, there's no way that you're gonna respect me. There's no way. Um, he made it just seem like, he's the only child, he's spoiled, his mama knows certain things and how he is and his ways. And so I'm like, okay, but it was constant. Like he just treat the dog shit out of his mother. And his mother is very sweet. Very, very, very sweet lady. And I was just like, okay, well, Maybe this how New York niggas talk to their mom. I don't know. It's the only child thing. Like I don't know. But I know he had on speakerphone one day that day that we was on the bus and he was going off of it on the and she was like, she said his name and she was like, be careful. The woman you're with is watching how you speak to your mother. Then right he got the phone with her. That's when I asked him, you gonna talk to me like that? But he made it seem like it was just the only child thing. He's spoiled. He was a mama's boy. So I'm thinking like, okay, even though that was a red flag for me. But again, I'm not there mentally still because I'm going through something with somebody else at the time. And I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to get over it. So okay, I'm kind of cloudy, right? When it comes to the children, Jesus. When it comes to the children. Now his oldest daughter, she's okay. She's kind of like my oldest daughter, very quiet, off to herself, be on the phone, just, calm, cool, collected, just off to herself, by herself, and stuff like that. He only got two children, so between the both of us, it would have been five. It's the youngest daughter that he had the most problems with. He had the most problems with, and actually that I kind of sort of had a problem with. My thing is this: when it comes to children, um there's no handbook that come with parenting. Okay, we learn as we go. A lot of us learn as we go. Okay. um I saw how he talked to his children, especially that youngest one. He didn't talk to that oldest one how he talked to that youngest one because the oldest one didn't mouth back at him. Okay. You can say that the youngest one, who looked exactly like him, the youngest one gave him the most. She was his problem child. And he would always talk to me about her, mostly about her sexuality. His youngest and my middle girl are the same age. Um, he would say a lot of things that just made me question, did he really love his child? And my only thing was I didn't want her to influence none of my girls. And I don't want to say too much, but he used to, I'm gonna tell y'all this, he used to always tell me that his daughter was confused, you know. And he would say, well, let's just give it a try, let's just see. So I said, again, against my better judgment, I said, okay, because there's a lot of things that my children are not open to. My children are still very much innocent. They don't know about a lot of things. Okay. A lot of things that my children are not open to. You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, let me back up. Let me slow down. Let me back up. It's a lot of things that my children are not open to. Okay. I didn't want what she had going on to make my children curious. Okay. So against my better judgment, I had them, switch numbers. Okay. And my oldest daughter and the middle girl and his middle girl, they started talking through text messages. And my daughter brings me the phone one day, and my daughter asked me, she said, "Mom, what is gender neutral or some shit, some weird shit?" And I was like, "What?" And then she showed me the phone, and his daughter was talking about some weird shits. Okay. Now he had a problem with his daughter's sexuality. He would call her all type of names. Like he would just talk to her like she's a nigga on the street, call her all type of B words. Like I promise y'all, listen, this shit was crazy. Crazy. And I'm sitting there looking at these messages like, yo, what the fuck? So I screenshot the shit to him, right? And I'm telling him, I say, this is what I'm talking about. I said, I don't want my kids being open to this type of stuff. I said, you sit there and you let your children watch certain movies, because I was there when they was watching certain movies. You let them listen to certain music. I was around when they was listening to certain music. And I said, I'm just different. It's certain things that I don't even let my children watch on TV. Okay. Now, my goddamn daughter, now my oldest daughter, who is now 14, she'll be 15 coming up this year. My oldest daughter is coming to me asking me about all this weird shit because your daughter is going through some gender crisis. And he would tell me certain things and I would try to talk to him about it and I would say, well, don't call her that, don't tell her that, try to get some counseling, try to get some therapy, try to get something. But it was just him always just belittling her. And he would talk to his daughter like she's a nigga on the street. Mind you, this is the youngest child. You see what I'm saying? And I just knew in my head that I would never let him meet my children. I knew in my head that I would never want my children to be around his children, especially their youngest one. I would never want it to happen. I'll be damn, bro. I'll be damn. My daughter, listen, y'all see this. Y'all see. It was a no for me. It was a no for me. Now, granted, some children they pick up on certain things like at school or they hear other children say certain things at school. Everything is not always in our control. But this is what I was explaining to him way before we got married. I said I don't want her to be an influence on my kids. Okay? Because curiosity killed the cat, and I refused. We didn't already came out of so much fucked up shit being in a previous relationship. Okay, I did not want that. But what really did it for me was how he treated his youngest daughter. Listen, the way he talked to his kids, if he ever talked to one of my kids like that, I will unalive his ass. I'm sorry. I'm doing biz behind mine. I'm doing hella biz behind my children. I'm doing biz. I'm doing time. I'm doing time behind mine. Okay? The school my children go to, I feel like it's appropriate. School is very much prestige. It's like it's not ghetto. It's not like they around a bunch of hood booger ass kids. You know what I'm saying? We is in Chicago, and you know, certain schools are worse than some, and some schools are better than some. But if they not picking up on this shit at school, why would I have them pick it up around your children? I'm not about to let your children influence my children to do any fucking thing. And you being a father, you're not even helping her. You want to blame everything on the mama, the mama, the mama, the mama, the mama, the mama. You the father. What the fuck is up with you? Okay. There was no emotional connection between him and his daughters. I remember one time I was there and his mama was finna go somewhere and his kids was over there. And no, me and his mom was gonna go to the nail shop. That's what it was. Me and his mom was gonna go to the nail shop, and his kids was there. And my right handed guy, he was like, "Who gonna watch the kids?" This is what this 40-some-year-old man said to his mother. Who gonna watch the kids? I was baffled. I was, I was baffled, bro. I was like thinking to myself, they're yours. There's no connection. But from what I could see, my experience when I was there was no emotional connection. They didn't tell each other that they loved each other. There was no hugs. There was nothing. He was just saying he paid his child support and that's it. The kids come over sometimes over to grandmother's house and that's just how it is. I was there and him and his youngest daughter had got a tour one time and baby, she must have said something like, "Oh my God, I hate you." Like she was screaming at the top of her lungs. And he, listen.
You fucking
Stop talking to
stupid.
her like that.
I'd have broke your fucking face, man.